Today's 52-47 vote follows last weekend's U.S. raid in Venezuela, which captured leader Nicolas Maduro and his wife and brought them to the U.S. to face drug and weapons charges.
I think there's a question under the War Powers Resolution whether an arrest operation, even if it had a military escort, was hostilities that would allow this kind of a privilege to get a guaranteed vote on the floor. That's not what this is.
Senate Republicans just broke ranks with Trump in ways nobody saw coming, and what's happening behind closed doors is absolutely devastating for his presidency. Senate Majority Leader John Thune questioning Trump's policies publicly, Senator Thom Tillis blocking all Trump DHS nominees, refusing to confirm anyone until Kristi Noem testifies, Senator Mitch McConnell warning on Senate floor that Trump's Greenland threats would incinerate NATO alliances, 5 Republican senators voting with Democrats on Venezuela, War Powers Resolution to limit Trump's military authority, an anonymous GOP senator saying Trump can't handle any level of criticism, that he makes everything so personal that senators feel like they have nowhere else to go, government stability fracturing, Republican unity collapsing, Senate leaders cutting ties because Trump's second term is imploding, and they're trying to save themselves before midterms destroy them. But real quick, before we get into this, let's be honest. You can't really trust mainstream media anymore. That's why we built Patrick Smith Show to bring you real stories, real context, and no corporate spin. If you want to stay ahead of the headlines, please subscribe, because you might think you are, but aren't. Your subscription actually matters here. All right, let's get into what's happening, because Republican fracture is real and it's accelerating. Thune told reporters last month that Republicans face political headwinds entering midterm election, that historically president's party loses seats in Congress. Quote, obviously, we need to take to heart fact that we have to sharpen our message and make sure we're giving people reason to vote for us in midterms, unquote. That's Senate Majority Leader admitting they're in trouble, that Trump is dragging them down, that they need to distance themselves to survive. Share this video with everyone you know, because Tillis went nuclear on Trump, announced he's blocking every single DHS nominee until Noem appears before Senate Judiciary Committee. She's been refusing to testify, hiding from oversight, and Tillis saying no more confirmations until she faces questions. That's Republican senator using his power to stop Trump's agenda, to force accountability. And it comes after Tillis already broke with Trump on Big, Beautiful Bill. Opposed Trump's crowning legislative achievement over Medicaid cuts, then announced he won't seek re-election. Now he's free to oppose Trump without fear, and he's doing it. Think about what that means. Tillis addressed Senate chambers saying he's going to do everything he can to point out advice Trump is being given by people who are not considering president's legacy. That's Republican senators saying Trump is getting bad advice from White House staff, that they're destroying his legacy, that he's listening to wrong people, and Tillis isn't alone. Thune questioning Trump's proposal to cap credit card interest rates at 10%. Told reporters Trump may be getting advice on some of these issues like 10% cap on credit. Don't know where that came from. I don't know. That's Senate Majority Leader publicly contradicting president of his own party, saying Trump's policy makes no sense, that he doesn't understand where it came from. That's massive break with normal Republican loyalty to Trump. Make sure you're subscribed to Patrick Smith Show because McConnell delivered devastating blow on Senate floor, warned that using military force to gain control of Greenland would incinerate NATO alliances, called it unprecedented act of strategic self-harm. That's former Senate Republican leader saying Trump's foreign policy would destroy America's most important military alliance, would isolate United States, would be strategic disaster. And McConnell said it publicly, on record, for everyone to hear. 5 Senate Republicans voted with Democrats on January 8th to advance Venezuela War Powers Resolution, trying to force Trump to get congressional approval before escalating military action. That's bipartisan coalition saying Trump doesn't have authority to wage war unilaterally, that Congress has to check his power. And Trump was furious, vowed to end their political careers, railed on them publicly, launched intense pressure campaign. Think about what happened next. Trump personally called senators. Secretary of State Marco Rubio called them. Administration gave assurances, promised to seek congressional approval before major military operations. And 2 senators flipped. Josh Hawley and Todd Young withdrew their support, killed the resolution. But fact that 5 Republicans voted against Trump initially shows fracture. shows they're willing to defy him, even if some back down under pressure. And Republican senator who requested anonymity explained why this is happening, said it's difficult to work with Trump because he views any substantive policy disagreement as personal affront. Quote, he can't handle any level of what he considers to be personal criticism, unquote. Quote, you have people who don't like policy and feel like they have to stand up, but president makes it so personal they feel like they have nowhere else to go, unquote. That's Republican senator saying Trump is impossible to work with, that he attacks anyone who disagrees, that he makes governance impossible. Share this video because same senator said, when GOP lawmakers break with Trump, he has tendency to lash out at them personally without addressing their substantive points of concern. That's what happened with Susan Collins. Trump vented fury with Senate Appropriations Committee chair in profanity-laced phone call that lasted nearly 20 minutes, just screaming at her, cursing at her, because she wouldn't do what he wanted. And Collins is committee chair, senior Republican. Trump still treats her like that. Think about what Senate Republicans are doing in response. Congressional appropriators ignored Trump administration requests to cut funding to NASA, NOAA, National Institute of Standards and Technology, and National Science Foundation in appropriations package. Senate passed. Trump wanted to cut $24.4 billion from NASA, $8.75 billion from NIST, $1.85 billion from NSF. Senate said no, rejected all cuts, kept funding. That's Republican-controlled Senate directly defying Republican president's budget priorities. On same day, January 8th, Trump suffered two major losses. House Republicans joined with Democrats to pass 3-year extension of enhanced health insurance premium tax credits under Affordable Care Act. Despite Trump's loud declarations that subsidies were waste of taxpayer money and SOP to wealthy insurance companies, Republicans voted against him anyway. And same day, 5 Senate Republicans voted with Democrats on Venezuela war powers. Trump losing on multiple fronts simultaneously. Republican senators are pushing back on Trump's DOJ investigation of Jerome Powell too. Senator Tom Tillis said investigation calls into question credibility of DOJ itself. Senator Lisa Murkowski wrote, "It's clear administration's investigation is nothing more than attempt at coercion. Called for investigation into DOJ." That's Republicans saying Trump weaponizing Justice Department. That Powell investigation is political intimidation. And Tillis threatening he will not consider any Trump nominees for Federal Reserve until this is resolved, using his banking committee position to block Trump. Think about what this fracture means for Trump's agenda. He needs Senate Republicans to confirm nominees, to pass legislation, to fund government, to support policies, and they're breaking from him, blocking nominees, rejecting budget cuts, opposing foreign policy, investigating his DOJ. Every piece of Republican support is cracking, and Trump's response makes it worse. He attacks them, curses at them, threatens their careers, which pushes them further away. And timing is terrible for Trump. Midterm elections coming, Republicans worried about losing seats, Trump's approval tanking, controversies piling up. They're looking at 2026 and seeing disaster, so they're trying to distance, trying to show voters they're not Trump puppets, trying to survive politically, and that means breaking with him publicly, opposing his policies, cutting ties. This connects to retirements. More than 10% of current Congress not returning after 2026. 59 representatives and senators retiring or running for different office, including McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, Steny Hoyer, and many citing Trump. Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned after very public clash with Trump over Epstein files. She couldn't work with him anymore, just quit. That's how toxic relationship has become. Think about what anonymous senator said, that Trump makes policy disagreements personal. That creates impossible situation for lawmakers who have legitimate concerns. They can't raise issues without Trump attacking them, can't do oversight without being called enemies, can't represent constituents without facing retaliation. So they either stay silent and betray duties, or speak up and get destroyed. Many choosing third option, just leave. And Republican senators questioning advice Trump gets from White House staff. Multiple senators saying he's listening to wrong people, getting bad policy guidance, making decisions that jeopardize his legacy and GOP's chances of retaining majority. They're trying to get through to him, trying to make him see he's being led astray. But Trump doesn't listen, doesn't take criticism, surrounds himself with yes men who tell him what he wants to hear. Make sure you're subscribed to Patrick Smith Show, because government stability actually fracturing, not just partisan fighting, actual breakdown of governing coalition. Senate Republicans supposed to be Trump's allies, supposed to support his agenda, supposed to have his back. Instead, they're blocking nominees, rejecting policies, opposing wars, investigating DOJ, cutting funding, and Trump has no response except rage, except threats, except personal attacks, which makes everything worse. This is different from first term. Back then, Republicans mostly stayed loyal, feared primary challenges, worried about MAGA base, kept quiet even when they disagreed. But now they're breaking publicly, openly defying, because they see Trump is weak, approval dropping, legal problems mounting, policies failing, and sticking with him means losing in midterms. So calculation has changed. Survival means distance from Trump. Think about what happens if fracture continues. If more Republicans break ranks, if Trump keeps attacking them, if they keep blocking agenda, government grinds to halt, nothing gets done, nominees don't get confirmed, legislation doesn't pass, budget doesn't get funded, and voters blame Trump, blame Republicans, vote them out in midterms, which is exactly what senators are trying to prevent. But Trump won't change, won't compromise, won't stop attacking. So fracture deepens. And international implications are massive. McConnell warning Greenland threats incinerate NATO. Republican senators voting to limit Venezuela military action. Appropriators rejecting cuts to scientific agencies. That's Senate Republicans trying to maintain America's alliances, trying to preserve international relationships, trying to prevent Trump from destroying everything, because they know his impulses are dangerous, his policies are reckless, his judgment is flawed. Behind closed doors, it's even worse. Private meetings where senators express frustration, acknowledge Trump is liability, discuss how to manage him, how to limit damage, how to survive his presidency, and they're coordinating, not formally, but talking, comparing notes, planning responses, building coalition of senators willing to stand up, willing to say no, willing to protect institutions even if Trump attacks them. Think about what this means for Trump's power. President is only as strong as his party's support, and that support is evaporating. Every public break emboldens next senator. Every successful opposition shows it's possible. Every retirement removes loyal vote. Momentum is against Trump, and he accelerates it with every attack, every threat, every profanity-laced call. He's destroying his own coalition through inability to handle disagreement. Bottom line is this: Senate Republicans cutting ties with Trump as government stability fractures. Thune warning of midterm headwinds and questioning Trump policies. Tillis blocking all DHS nominees and opposing big, beautiful bill. McConnell warning Greenland threats would incinerate NATO. 5 Republicans voting with Democrats on Venezuela war powers. Anonymous senator saying Trump can't handle criticism and makes everything personal. Appropriators rejecting Trump budget cuts to NASA and science agencies. Republicans investigating Trump's DOJ probe of Powell. Over 10% of Congress retiring, many citing Trump conflicts. Government stability fracturing as Republican coalition collapses behind closed doors. This story continues. Stay tuned.